Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jeff Mendelson, and I want to talk to you today about my experience in using LinkedIn as well as Facebook for finding people to work in your business. Now, we all know that Facebook is this personal platform where you put up your profile picture, you put up your cover story, you paste pictures of your food, put pictures of your cats, all of that neat stuff, right? But what a lot of people don't realize, and I'm speaking directly to freelancers on this, is that they don't realize just how important their personal profiles are for getting you more business. Now, the traditional way of thinking about this is, well, people can just go and look at my LinkedIn, which is fine because LinkedIn is this resume. It's all of it's your body of work if you set it up correctly, and it's a way for people to connect with you professionally. So you only want to put resume type items on there, like a professional photo, your achievements, where you went to school, how many people have recommended you, etc. But what I found is that over, I'd say, past 2-3 years, that is changing because what we have now is people are using Facebook as a means to connect with professionals that they're looking to work with as well. Let me give you an example. I was looking through some forums looking for virtual assistants or online business managers that could help me out in content creation, social media writing, things like that. So I didn't really go to the LinkedIn groups because let's just face it, Facebook groups are more prevalent. They're easier to access. When you go to a Facebook group, right? And I'm specifically looking for someone who, say for example, I went to a group that is only for virtual assistants, right? Somebody's going to post in that group, hey guys, I'm looking for a social media writer that can work from home 20 hours a month. Great. Now you have about 10 or 15 people that respond to that group post, right? They say like, hey, look at me. I can do that for you, which is great, right? And then you start thinking to yourself like, wow, this person. So if this person is answering that ad, maybe they can help me out as well. Here is my problem though. I started looking at those responses and clicked on each and every one of those people to find out, okay, what's their game? What are they trying to do here, right? Is this somebody I would feel comfortable hiring, or is this just a mompreneur, someone who doesn't want to, who's only working, like from 8 until 11 o'clock at night after the kids are put to bed? I'm trying to figure all this out, right? Now, on a Facebook group, you don't have all of their information, right? Because you basically just have a name and you can click on their name and you can go to their profile. Now, profile, unless I am their friend, I'm really not going to see much depending on the privacy settings that they have. So I'll most likely see a profile picture, I'll most likely see a cover page, and there's that little box in the left-hand side that basically gives the intro. It says, like where they're from, where they're living now, things like that. You would be surprised at the number of people who did not fill that in, right? So just zooming into this a little bit, I found a post that said, someone very much like me. I'm looking for a content writer I can hire part-time. Great, right? So these 10, 15 people go and answer the post. I went through those 10, 15 people one by one. I could only ascertain whether these people were in fact professional out of maybe 3 of them. 3, I mean, that's crazy because they may be really great and talented people who do have the time and do this professionally and do this full time. Great, but their Facebook profiles didn't reflect it. Why? Because they kept their Facebook profiles as personal. They gave away no additional information, not even a link to their professional website so I could read more. Now, that to me was crazy, right? Because here I am trying to source some people, and I usually try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I interview far more people than I should in terms of just to see what they're about. Sometimes, even in the interview process, they may drop like, a nugget or two on, oh, I use this system for social media posting, or I use this system for, for storing documents, whatever it is. I always learn something from everybody, right? But in these cases, I would go through and, I would see a name, Jane Smith, and I'd see a person with, maybe a picture of her and her family. Nothing. No phone number, no indication that they're in this professionally, no indication that they're that they have a side hustle, nothing. And frankly, I think that's kind of sad, because Facebook really is your number one platform. It's the platform that everyone is on. Just look at how many people are on Facebook these days and how many people are using LinkedIn. Everyone says that, LinkedIn's it's the professional network. It's where everyone needs to be. It's, where you need to put up your resume. Honestly, I get a lot of headhunters that try to connect with me. I get a lot of people from halfway across the world that are looking to sell me social media services, or sell me some kind of programming services, which is great. It's a professional platform I expect to be connected with, right? Now, I went to the Funnel Hacking Live last February in Nashville, Tennessee, and I was fully prepared to network with a whole bunch of people, right? And LinkedIn has this really great tool that when you sign in, you can turn on. It's like a beacon, right? You can turn on that you are available, and if somebody tells everyone else in the room to turn on that same beacon, you can then connect with all those people that are within your vicinity. Beautiful. Right? So I was ready to use that, and every person that I was talking to, I'm like, hey, you know something? Let's connect. I want to connect with you more. What's your LinkedIn profile? You wouldn't believe the weird faces I got from everybody, and they're just like, no, let's just use Messenger. Right? I'm like, geez, Messenger? I only use Messenger for personal stuff. But guess what? Everyone wanted to connect with me via Facebook, right? I'd say a good 20% of them, let's just say I did this with about 20 to 40 people, right? I'd say about 20% of them were only interested in connecting with me so that they could sell me something, which is fine. That's what you go to networking events for, and you're going to see those types of people. But when you connect with people who genuinely remember who you are, remember what you talked about, and establish that conversation within Messenger, or even become friends, you can still let them into your world. You can still let them in and show them around and say, hey, I'm a really cool guy. I travel here, I travel there. I go to these different networking events. I'm an expert in X, Y, and Z technologies. You can do that today with Facebook as well, because the fact of the matter is, all of us, yes, including you, all of us use Facebook a lot more than we use LinkedIn. I know for me, I just get like a few notifications a week saying, hey, Jeff, do you want to connect? Again, it's from people I don't really know. And even if I do know, it's like, okay, it's a less formal way for me to connect with people and say hi, I want to be with you. Nobody really wants to start a chat on LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn for over 10 years, and your mileage may vary, but I personally haven't gotten something very significant from it. Facebook, on the other hand, I'm able to the people that do allow me to connect with them on a personal level, you're able to gauge a little bit more. What type of person are they? Is he a family man? Is she a good mom? Do they have cute kids? Or how much dedication do they put into their personal life, and how does that translate then back into their professional life? I would say the only caveat with doing something like that is, let's say if you're overtly political, right? So people that are on the far left spectrum here in the United States, or even people that are on the far right spectrum of the political system here in the United States. Some people get turned off by that. I know a lot of people that would unfriend people because of their liberal views or because of their conservative views. So if you're one of those people that likes to post that kind of stuff, maybe you might want to not take this advice exactly the way I'm presenting it here. The next thing that you can do, though, is that you can create lists. Going into Facebook and creating specific lists that when you friend somebody, most people, what they have is that they have a friends list, right? So it's either you're not a friend or you are a friend. Friends basically says, okay, if you're my friend, you get to see all my baby pictures or all my kid pictures or whatever it is. Fact of the matter is, you can create all kinds of different lists, right? So if you create like a networking list, you can create like a work-related list or people from a high school list, whatever it is you want. And then you can control what those people see, right? So let's say, for example, I go on vacation in Cancun and I don't want everybody to see my vacation pictures. I would just make sure to post those pictures, and on Facebook you can designate, I want my friends to see it. Now, if I want to do a professional post where I want to talk about my way of doing network marketing, my take on doing Facebook, my take on doing LinkedIn, whatever, you can then change that list to work acquainted, networking people, whatever you want, and you can choose multiple, right? Because you can go through and you can show people, like, this is exactly, these are the things that I want to do. And I think more globally what you can do, and this is something almost nobody does, is if you're going to post a work-related post on your personal Facebook feed, just make it public. Don't put it as friends, don't put it as work-related, just make it as public. Then whoever lands on your name, because everybody is being stalked today, right? Whether you're on Tinder, as soon as I get your name, I'm gonna go see where you are on Facebook, see who we know in common. If I meet someone at a networking show and we happen to be in the same industry, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. It's called stalking. Whether you like it or not, it happens. Now, if your Facebook is so locked down that if I'm not your friend, I can't see anything, then you're right. I can't see anything about you. I know nothing about you, right? But if you make some of those posts public, especially the things that you don't mind that the public or anyone who comes across your name sees, that'll make it all the more interesting for you. So let's do this. I'd like to make a quick challenge for you. I would like for you to go into your Facebook right now, and I'm going to have instructions on the description of this video that tell you how to view your personal profile if though you're someone who is not your friend. And then decide for yourself, is this the information that I want to show someone who does not know me, whether it's someone who I met at a conference or whether it's that person that I dated 20 years ago and I don't want them to know about me anymore. You could just block those people, right? You don't need to keep them around. But anyways, you want to take a look at what you have, right? And what you're displaying, and then think to yourself, if somebody met me and I gave a business card or I met them at a conference, what is the minimum that I want them to know about me? And I would think that as freelancers and networkers and entrepreneurs, when we're looking for people to network with, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to check them out. We're going to take their name, we're going to plug it in, and Google is always going to show the Facebook profile, the LinkedIn profile, and the Twitter profile. Those are always going to be in position 1, position 2, position 3. So make sure those profiles are filled out, because people are going to look for you. You need to make sure that you are found. And that is really the first step that you need to do in order to use Facebook to enhance your business. So I hope this advice was interesting for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. I would love to debate this. I'd love to challenge you on it. I would love to see what your thoughts are on opening up your Facebook profile to the professional world. So have a great day. Talk to you soon.